I'm guessing you have some fun memories over in Missoula.
Yeah, there's a lot of
90s.
good times. A lot of different things. My wife went to school there. Grew up, played a lot of high school games there. Was recruited by him. So there's a lot of different things. Have some good friends that that live there. So go there all the time to watch my daughter play softball. So spend a lot of time there.
92 through 94. Were you there once or twice? Was it?
I can't remember if I played home around there, to be honest with you.
Any wacky things though, if you can remember, like kind of your early days here in those games?
Some shootouts. They had Dickinson, we had Nuss, and there was some high scoring shootouts. Good teams. It was funny. I think each year the team that won, the other team went farther in the playoffs, so it was kind of weird that way. So, but it was a lot of, they've had a good program, always have, always will. It's a good place, so it'll be fun, be exciting. Go play there, it'll be packed, be all kinds of great environment. And our guys will be very excited for it. I think they same with Eastern and Idaho State, they have a better feel for what the rivalry is now than they probably did last year, the first go around.
And you've had a chance to see these guys too. So what do you expect from them?
Offensively they're very skilled. They got 3 real good receivers. 18 Samuel, 16 Jerry Lewis McGee, and number 8 Samori. They're all good players. I think one thing that they have this year that's probably better than they had last year is a running back. Marcus Knight's playing well right now. Whether Snead's going to play or not, you don't know. Whether he was having a great year. He's very athletic, runs around, makes plays, got a good arm, but the backups played very well the last 2 weeks. So, you're not sure who's going to be the quarterback, but I think it's very important that we get, we got to limit. Can't have the receivers making big plays. We got to limit them. Run after the catch. We got to get our hands on them. We got to be physical with them and not let them just run free. If you just give them free access all day long, they're gonna hurt you.
Speaking of defense, how's Mike Bresky's leg?
He's tough. He took a whack. That happens on the sideline. We had to call timeout. Make sure he's ready to go. I think he's doing better.
So he wasn't limited in practice this week. He was able to coach okay.
Yeah, he's okay. He's tough. You got to play with little hurts.
And about that backup quarterback at Montana, is he kind of just like a mini version of Snead, like a younger version, or is he different?
I'm not sure if he can run as well. He can throw it. He throws it well. He's accurate. Makes good throws. He likes to stand in the pocket a little bit more, where Snead will scramble around and make things happen that way. And they have a lot more designed runs for the quarterback when Snead's in there than they probably do for him.
The guys over in Missoula who are having a press conference, when they're asking their coach, what do you have to do against Idaho? What do you think they're telling? Their coach is telling them. What do you expect them to do against you?
Against us, I expect them, offensively to probably go down the field. They're going to throw deep. They like to throw deep. They're gonna run the ball. They're gonna throw play action. When they throw play action, they throw deep. They're gonna try to get the ball in McGee's hands, however they do. Whether that's sweeps, whether that's him motioning, handing it to him, throwing him bubbles. So they definitely are gonna get the ball in his hands, doing it that way. So I feel like that's what they're gonna do. Defensively, they did a couple different things last year. They dropped 8 against us quite a bit. Honestly, probably more than anybody else did. But they've been a big pressure team this year, so that'll be something we'll find out what they're going to decide to do there.
And conversely, what is their coach saying? Okay, this is what we got to stop when Idaho comes over.
Yeah, I really don't want to say that. Nobody's going to say. Let's see.
You're killing me.
If you had to pick one, which one of your position groups do you think will have kind of the toughest challenge? Secondary?
Secondary, that's a big challenge. Their receivers are good, but I think the game will be won up front. That's where I think most games are, and I think this one will be. Whatever O-line plays the best and whatever D-line plays the best, that'll probably be the team that wins.
And in terms of kids coming out of the last game, health-wise?
I think we're good. Yeah, I think it was one of the healthier games we came out of. So I think that was good. That was good to see. And still hope some guys that didn't play in that game can come back, and we'll have to wait and see on that as the week goes on.
Is Richardson one of them, or is he done for them?
Hopefully he still has a chance to come back. Yeah.
Defensive guys like Jalen Jenkins, Jonah Kim, those guys kind of start maybe as projects and they just turned into producers? Maybe
they've just gotten better and better. There's you got to give them a lot of credit. They've just kept working hard. They show up to practice. They have good energy. They got good attitudes, and they practice hard. And I think a lot of times with junior college kids, it takes till about the middle of their first year. Sometimes it takes till their second year. You know, that's like with Jeff. It was great that we redshirted him, so then he had 2 full years. But I think they've just improved as the years have gone on.
I want to talk a little bit too about Andre Carter. Was this not a surprise that just how fast he started, just picking up 100-yard games? Or was there some point where you're like, this guy's really got his feet under him earlier than I would have expected?
No, when we got him, we thought that was one of the bigger recruits we've gotten since we've been here. We beat South Alabama on him. We thought he was the real thing. And early on, last year he just had a couple injuries that he couldn't quite get over. But no, you thought that, like when you watched him, you thought that's what he was. And hopefully that continues to happen because he's just hard to tackle. I mean, he just bangs through people. But what he does is helps you as a play caller because when a lot of backs get 2 yards, he gets 5. When they get 4, he gets 8. And he just keeps you in front of the chains and helps keep the ball out of the other team's hands, that's the best defense you can have. Usually when you see a team that's playing really good defense, they're running the ball well. Not many teams play really good defense and don't run the ball well because that's how you keep them fresh. So I think that goes hand in hand.
At this point in the season, you're going to go over there and pretty much do what you've been doing, or does the offense still evolve?
No, I think we'll probably come up with we've worked on a lot of stuff for them that's totally different than anything we've shown all year. So that's probably what we'll do.
And the defense playing at their highest level since, or is that accurate?
I think since, I would say after the Weber game, I'm not sure if they played at their highest level that whole game. But I think after that, they've been playing very well. They've played good football.
As far as like year-wise, maybe, is this like the best they've been playing for like a couple of years? Or I mean,
that's hard to,
Okay.
Probably, you always look at the bowl year just because that's all the success you had and both sides of the ball did well. The year after the bowl year, we actually played good defense. The year before, we played good offense. So kind of got to bring them together. But I think they're playing well right now and we're running the ball well. You can do those two things, you always have a chance to win.
It looks like kicking is that going to be just an issue, something you're just going to have to struggle with the rest
We
of the
just got to
season?
keep working on it. It's just been, the field goal PAT team. Other than that, we've probably had one of our better years special teams wise. We've had better kickoff returns and punt returns than we have probably since I've been here. We've been covering kicks good. We've been covering punts good, but we haven't executed as well as we need to on the PAT field goal.
The defensively, who's kind of been down in practice level? Who's kind of been the catalyst of kind of lighting that fire under the guys?
Oh, it's Trey.
Oh.
Trey's the leader. Trey leads vocally and by example. Christian leads by just playing his tail off. He's not as big a talker. And then Crawford is definitely a leader talking, and Lloyd's a leader playing. So if you just had to say 4 guys, those would be the first 4 guys that come to my mind right away.
Are these guys just more comfortable, or because there just seem to be kind of a difference that you can sense between last year and now, especially?
I think just some guys you got to get experience. Sometimes the only way you get better at anything is get knocked on your butt once in a while. But you just keep working and you keep grinding, and they've all improved. They all have played more now, and they're more experienced, and with the exception of Lloyd and Cedric, you got them all back next year. So that's pretty exciting.
If Montana likes to play vertically, I guess that puts a great premium on being able to pressure them.
For sure. We have to get
In
pressure.
pretty good shape there with.
I think so.
Bring pressure.
I think so. I think that's that's why I think the game's going to be one up front. If we let them sit back there and have all day to throw, that's not going to be good for us. We have to get pressure on them. We got to make whatever quarterback's playing have a clock and a certain amount of time to get the ball out of his hands.
Have you kind of still been juggling that third option at wide receiver? Does that kind of just speak more to Cotton and Haywood just being as...
Pretty much,
Okay.
yeah. Those two just being a little bit. And all the other guys are getting better and better. for the future, our freshman class, and most of them are redshirted, but that freshman class of receivers are gonna be really good. There's some definite talent there that's gonna end up being very special.
And
That's what they did with these guys. Samuel, Samori, they all redshirted their freshman year. That's stints last year there. He redshirted all these guys, and then now they're older and they're playing well.
Playing at Washington Grizzly Stadium, what is it? You know, kind of the 30,000, or is it more the weather? Is
A little bit of both.
Okay.
You know, it's a little bit of both. It's you get some cranky fans that'll yell some nice things at you. You got the weather's usually, especially this time of the year, you know, a little bit cold or windy or snowing or raining or something, but it's a great atmosphere. That's why you play college football, man. It's a great atmosphere. It's a great. That's our guys should be just so excited and so fired up when they take that field that chills running down their back. Can't wait to play.
That's a bus trip for you guys.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Does that make a difference?
Not really. I think for our older guys, for sure, probably not really, because it's about like our plane trips used to be the same length, you know, when we were in the Sun Belt. But bus trips are pretty easy nowadays. The buses are nice. They have, you know, it's not like I grew up in Montana and you went on the school bus for the same amount of time we're going on this right now.
And even though you got the dome, like it's the perfect weather for football. If it is snowing, which I guess there's a high chance it could be. I remember back at Bozeman, mid-October, it was snowing, and the guys seemed to kind of take it to heart.
In the winter, we do all our conditioning and all our agility work outside, 6 a.m. in the snow, in the cold. And I always think that played a huge role in that bowl game a few years back, because everybody's like, oh, they play outside, you play in a dome. Like our guys run and change direction in it all winter. So footing wise and changing direction, I think we'll be fine. Then when it comes right down to it, you're either just tough and you don't worry about it, or you do. You know, that's the bottom line.
I guess it begs the question, when you're recruiting kids, do you tell them you're gonna condition
No,
at 6
we
a.m.
don't.
outside?
No, we leave that. We let them find that out when they get here. Thanks for bringing it up. We don't always do it.
Is Montana, on balance, are they just a competent team, or are they a physically imposing team?
I would say both. I would say, you know, they got guys that kids grow up in that state, love to play football, love to be physical. You know, a lot of them grow up out on the ranch, or you know, or they just grow up there. That's just football is a huge thing. Guys love to play. You play it every weekend out at the park or in somebody's backyard. That's what you do. You play tackle football. So I think those kids grow up liking to hit, liking to tackle, and so I'd say that's shows up probably more so on their defense. Offensively, they're more throw it. You know, I wouldn't, you know, but they're running a little bit more with Knight, but I would say the physicalness probably shows up more on their defense.
They're linebacking school usually, right? I just always remember seeing like great Montana line.
They've had some great safeties there. You know, you go back to Hauk's brother, Schillinger, who's their defensive back coach. I don't want to, there's all kinds. They've had a lot of great safeties and a lot of great linebackers came out of there. 37, you know, that's usually the, you know, since Tim Hauk, that's the number that the best guy wears. And so the best guy from Montana, I think, usually wears 37. So the nose guard's wearing it right now.
I've been kind of consistently surprised this year at the way people covered Jeff Cotton. So many people try to either single him up, or last week trying to cover him with linebackers. Does Montana, are they going to pay more attention to him, be more serious about how they're covering him?
I'm not sure. You know, I'm not sure, but they doubled him a couple times last week, but predominantly his touchdown was Idaho State. Nobody was on him.
Yeah.
So it's. I hope they keep doing that. That's good. That'd be good for us.
Anything else for Paul? All right, thank you.